3:10. This is BBC Tees. Are you a fan of the TV programme CSI? You'll know this bit of music from The Who, of course. Millions and millions of viewers. And if you're a fan of it, you'll know about Detective Jim Brass. His name is Paul Guilfoyle, the name of the actor who plays Jim Brass. We spoke to him, yes, big star on the show here at BBC Tees. We spoke to him just before we came on air. It's great when things like this just land in your lap. And we asked him when he signed up 1,000,000 years ago for CSI. Did he realise it would be so good, such a worldwide phenomenon?
Interesting, John. When I signed up, I should have, when I had to sign in my own blood, and I noticed that the guy was signing had little tiny horns under his hair. I should have known that it was going to be a long time. No, listen, I had a few this is my first television show, so I really had no concept of how it worked, really. I really didn't know. I remember one time talking to Billy Peterson, because I was going to do a movie, but we had done like 9 episodes in the first year. And I said, Billy, and there wasn't any sign that they're going to pick it up, as they say, for the next 9, the back 9, we call it. It's almost like a golf course. And I said, Billy, I'm going to go off and do this movie. Good to work with you, and I'll see you. I'm going to Christmas time. He said, where are you going? I said, well, he was a producer and he's done knows a lot about television. I said, yeah, so I haven't heard anything, so I'm going to take the picture and, good to work with you, and I'll see you around the campus. He went, you're not going anywhere. I said, what do you mean? He said, have you looked at the ratings? I said, yeah, we're number 4, I think I heard someone say. I didn't follow it. Yeah. Number 4. I said, we're not number 1. He said, we're number 4. He said, don't you understand? I said, no. I said, well, they're going to mean they're going to pick it up? He said, they pick up number 44, he said. So you're done. You're not going anywhere.
But you still have managed to do an amazing amount of work in between, the series and everything like that. But 73 million viewers known around the world. You're Captain James Brass, Jim. What's it like to play him? It must be a big thrill, is it?
Yeah, the scripts are getting good. We've always we've developed the character, the writers and I, over time through some improvisation and some stuff, and we've kind of like massaged a kind of pretty interesting character. As you play character ranks down the line, they get more and more plot orientated. And we've managed to find a character that's like that I enjoy playing, that the writers like to write for, that the audience seems to have related to, based on authenticity and a guy who kind of closes out the deal. And it's been great. It's a great experience, and it's a kind of a good working experience. It's just, especially to work over time on the same role isn't as boring as like someone on the outside might see. It's really like craftsmanship. It's really like simplifying, and as an actor, for me, it's been very, very revealing and helping me work and understand the idea of just honing things down to their basic kind of values, and making it smaller and more interesting and more authentic and more real and simple. And that's been a great joy.
It must be really demanding. I mean, not only have you been in every episode, but you guys, when you make a series, you really do turn it out, and it's very quick, isn't it, per episode?
Yeah, that's one of the things probably in talking to people over here, that is, and also having my background in the theater and in movies where there's lots of time and rehearsal time, and, really, like the Moscow Art Theater took 6 months to rehearse a play, minimum. We literally have an hour and a half, maybe. We get a script and we really get it on the track and we move it, and you have to. There's a timetable, and it's a demanding one. And I can, the crew, the directors, actors, writers, everyone understands that, and to come out with a product that has such good value it's a skill that you learn on top of trying to do the artwork, you know what I mean? And I admire all the people I work with.
So we're talking to Paul Guilfoyle, CSI's Jim Brass, on the show today. How cool is that? Back in just a minute with him, some more from him, and also If you're a fan of CSI, you'll know Detective Jim Brass, as played by Paul Guilfoyle. We managed to get an interview with Paul just before we came on air this afternoon. And working on a show like CSI with millions of viewers all over the world, and the various other incarnations of it must be great. But the appreciation for the real people who do, if you want the CSI job, that must be great as well.
Well, I really know it's a messy job, the real job. It's very messy and smelly. I don't know, what I've learned too, but, I've extrapolated the idea. The job itself, I found that we're all really concerned about our jobs. Professionalism seems to be like overly emphasized. I'm old enough to remember when, to be human was, you could have a lot of excuses why you missed work, and people go, yeah, sure, of course, you want to go fishing or whatever. I mean, now professionalism and our jobs are really bigger part of our identity than is necessary. And so I think that's I've watched developed, and I think that therefore we're always looking in our roles to kind of show a little bit of the human qualities of these professional jobs. But yeah, they're dedicated, and the real guys are dedicated. Yeah.
It's spawned the spin-off, CSI Miami, CSI New York. Do you keep an eye on them to see what they're doing and think, there you go, that story, that would have been brilliant for us?
No, it's not like football. We're not playing in the, Premier League. It's not like it's not like football. It's really more, as a matter of fact, the other guys, we're all like in a brotherhood, really, in a way. I know the other actors. Those are the only two actors that I've worked with, David Crusoe and Gary Sinise, and I know them. And to meet each other, we're just really pleased that everyone has, enough. There's a large enough audience for everyone to share. It's a very genteel gentleman's club.
There are so many good dramas. I don't know how you do it in America when you look at yourselves at CSI, and then there's Law and Order, which has got their franchise, if you want, and NCIS. I don't know how you do it. Turn out so many good dramas over such a long period of time. It doesn't happen in this country.
Yeah, I mean, like I say, there's a kind of you have to be not only good at it, dedicated at it. I mean, not even the actors as well, but all the whole team of it. There's a whole system of this powerful engine of work and craftsmanship, and there's a lot of, and people, and I have to say, it even got even more developed in the time when people really wanted to keep a job. We're looking to have a steady job. I mean, let's face it, all of us came through in the world through an economic kind of crisis, and Europe is still going through it, and people really value, having work. And so when you value having work, you tend to kind of show up on time, and I think that's what that has partly a reason for it.
And you've been renewed for another series, and
another year, yeah.
And it goes from strength to strength. How long do you think CSI will stay around, and you will stay around?
Well, those are two different questions, but I think they're both different. I think, I'm enjoying the idea that I get to work every day as an actor. I enjoy that. I enjoy the little acting moment-to-moment truth-making, like making a shoe, like a cobbler, like just getting my hammer and nail in one swing. I like that. I like the kind of fine line of just acting and simplifying. I enjoy that. That's my thing. I'm grateful that I get paid for it. I think other people are. I think as far as the whole show goes, that's like a business decision, which we really shouldn't try to figure. And I wish that the corporation, I think they're always looking bottom lining, figuring can it cost less and can they get people to watch a reality show. They'd really rather have you watch somebody playing chess. To maybe naked, from Playboy Mansion, make it interesting. But they just want something reality. They would like something cheaper. I'm not denigrating it. It just means that if you looked at it as a business, they look at costs and return. Costs and return. That's a dull game. And I'm glad that the people are so enthusiastic about it. And that, as long as they are and want it, like supply and demand, then it will be around. But it's a business. Yeah.
Well, it's great to talk to you. I know you've got a busy day, packed as well. Paul, thanks for spending some time with us at BBC Tees.
You bet. Cheers, John.
What a great voice as well. Yeah, you bet. Cheers. No worries. It's 3:25.